Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I am Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Well, today is June 30th, 2022, which means, yes, this is the last day that you are legally allowed to purchase a high-capacity magazine, or what you and I in the lawful and responsible gun-owning community call standard capacity magazines. That's right, tomorrow, Senate Bill 5078, passed this past March by your state legislature at the bequest of your Attorney General, goes into effect. So today we're going to have to spend a few minutes talking about the magazine ban goes into effect tomorrow, what this really means to you. Okay, so the issue that we are discussing today, June 30th, 2022, is what happens tomorrow, July 1st, 2022, which of course is Senate Bill 5078, known to you and I as the High Capacity Magazine Ban, felt like you and I as the Standard Capacity Magazine Ban. That bill goes into effect tomorrow. That means it becomes good law effective tomorrow. What does it mean to you, the lawful and responsible gun owner? Because there has been a lot of misconceptions. I'm getting a lot of questions about what does this law really mean to us. Now, let us take a step back and understand that on March 10th, 2023, the state legislature did pass Senate Bill 5078 at the bequest of our Attorney General, which now limits the commercial sale of magazines to a capacity 10 rounds or less. That's right. We are going to save lives one high-capacity magazine at a time. The law, which becomes effective tomorrow, specifically states, no person in this state may manufacture, import, distribute, sell, or offer for sale any large-capacity magazine except as authorized in this section. And that's the important thing. See, it does not say possess, it does not say carry, it does not say conceal carry, it does not say have, it does not say own. It specifically states that you can no longer manufacture, import, distribute, sell, or offer for sale any large capacity magazine except as authorized in this section. And then, of course, there are very limited exceptions, but let's go over what those limited exceptions are. FFLs can sell large capacity magazines to any member of the United States military or any member of law enforcement. Also, FFLs, if you acquire a firearm which was lawfully possessed with high-capacity magazines, and now your intention is to transfer that firearm, you can sell those magazines out of state, okay? So if an FFL comes into possession of a firearm and has 15-round magazines, they're going to now transfer it to another person. They can transfer the firearm to them. They can't transfer the magazines, but those magazines can be transferred out of state, sold out of state as inventory. And let us also remember that a violation of this section, if you are caught unlawfully manufacturing, selling, offering for sale, distributing, or importing a large capacity magazine, the penalty is a gross misdemeanor, which means it is punishable by up to 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine, and that would be for each magazine. Now, some of you also begin to worry, like, what happens if I'm crossing the state line effective July 1st? Now, we already did a video on it right down there, and we'll put the link for this down below. But let's go over that rule too, okay? You cannot illegally import high-capacity magazines into the state of Washington. So here are the two scenarios that everyone's asking about. Number one, friends of mine from Idaho want to come into Washington and go shooting with me. They bring a bunch of high-capacity magazines with them to go shooting as part of their gear. Are they in the act of importing high-capacity magazines and therefore in violation of law? The answer is no, so long as they leave and go back to Idaho and take all of their magazines with them. Remember, importing would be bringing them into the state of Washington and then leaving them. The other scenario, of course, is the person who wants to go shooting in Idaho. They live in Spokane, they go over to Idaho to shoot. Okay, now when they cross the state line into Idaho, at worst they're exporting from the state of Washington. There's nothing unlawful about that. When they come back into the state of Washington, though, are they importing high-capacity magazines? The answer to that is no, they are not, so long as they are bringing back the exact same magazines that they left the state with. So if you are leaving the state with 5 high-capacity magazines, you return with those same 5 high-capacity magazines. No harm, no foul. If you leave with 5 and come back with 10, well, now you're probably unlawfully importing 5 magazines. So what this means is if your standard carry firearm is a 12-round magazine, or a 15-round magazine, or hey, maybe for whatever reason you carry a 33-round magazine. Any magazine that you have in your possession today, any magazine that you use at the range, any magazine that you use in any firearm that you are lawfully carrying, you will be able to do so again tomorrow, because the law does not prohibit the possession of any magazines that we previously owned prior to the enactment of the law. What the law makes impossible, effective tomorrow, is our ability to purchase high-capacity magazines in the state of Washington and our ability to purchase them out of state and have them brought to us in the state of Washington. One last little note for those of you on Gunbroker, those of you who got Gunbroker accounts or are selling firearms and firearm components online. There's nothing unlawful about what you're doing, but please be aware that another new section is being added to RCW 9.41 effective tomorrow that deals with online sales of magazines, and that section will specifically read, distributing, selling, offering for sale, or facilitating the sale, distribution, or transfer of large capacity magazines online is an unfair or deceptive act or practice of unfair method of competition in the conduct of trade or commerce for purposes of the Consumer Protection Act, Chapter 19.86 of the RCW. So yeah, Attorney General Ferguson says now, listen, if you're engaged in the online sale, distribution, or anything to do with high-capacity magazines, you are in violation of Washington's Consumer Protection Act. Now, I know a lot of you are also wondering about how does the most recent Supreme Court case, a huge win for the Second Amendment community, New York Pistol and Rifle Association v. Bruin, what effect, if any, does that have on Washington's magazine ban? I do believe that there is a possibility that the holdings of that case can have a significant impact on bans moving forward. However, that is yet to be seen, and that will need to be litigated. Is it going to have any effect, or is it going to stop the implementation of this law going into effect tomorrow? I wish the answer was yes, but the answer is no. This law is, in fact, going into effect tomorrow, July 1st. Listen, I promise we're going to do more videos about what the New York Pistol and Rifle Association case means to magazine bans, untraceable firearm bans, potential AR bans that are coming down our way. We will do more videos on that. In the meantime, if you have any questions about the magazine ban going into effect tomorrow, remember you can always contact us at WashingtonGunLaw.com, or you can call us directly at 425-765-0487. Now, let's remember, part of being the lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here at Washington Gun Law, is to know what the law is in every situation and how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching and stay safe.